Hey, good people. Welcome to another episode of Two for Tuesday Grief and Motivation Talk with me, Kenesha Nichelle. For today, I'm really excited about this topic because I've gotten this question a lot here recently. And so we're going to talk about it is too early to think about the holidays and faith over fear. So I just wanted to do a quick introduction because I feel like there may be some new people watching, and I want to thank you for tuning in and for clicking the link to take part in this episode. But I'm Kenesha Nichelle. I am a certified life coach, but I am also a 13-year orphan. So I lost my mother at the age of 21, and I had already lost my father before then. And so through the years, I have done the work to get through this thing that's called grief. And so I have come over the other side, and glory to God that I am even here. And so I am just in a position where I would love to walk with you and to give you the tips and tools that helped me get through so that you may be able to get through your season as well. So Two for Tuesdays, I always do a inspirational moment, and then I give you 2 tips and 2 points that you can take with you and to impart into your everyday life as you navigate this thing called grief and life. So today, for my inspirational moment, as I always take it from my prayers for strength and healing, this is a really good one, and I am hopeful that I am actually going to be able to get through it because it spoke to me in just a powerful way. And so today's for October 13th, it's actually a prayer. So I want you to lean in and hear me good. It says, "Dear God, give me the wisdom to know what is important in life and the courage to pursue those things. My life is such a blur lately. With an overload of obligations, informations, and distractions coming at me to the point where I end up feeling so tired and worn down. I am not getting things done and failing to take care of my own health. Help me slow down and focus and not be afraid to say no. Give me strength to tackle the important duties which leave room for fun in my life. Show me, God, balance and harmony between what I need to do for others and what I need to replenish for myself. Amen." That right there, I had to pause and say, just wow. I'm here to impart to you, but I also was blessed by this because I know that I have been doing a lot. And in this pandemic and in this season, I know I have personally tried to overcompensate, the loss of a job. I lost my job back in May with doing purpose work. And I've been so focused on it that I have neglected my own advice and not really taken time for myself and to just pause and just relax. And so it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks on, Saturday. We took my aunt out for her birthday, and it was beautiful. Took her to brunch, and I'm here in Miami, so I got to see the water. And I came back home, I just felt like a weight that was on me, and I literally just said, I can't connect, I can't, be in tune. I need to do nothing. And that's what I did. I came home and I changed clothes, and I didn't want to be on the phone. I didn't even want to watch TV. I'm a sports girl, so football was on, and I didn't even want to do anything. And I just think a lot of it is because I have overloaded myself with so many obligations and things to do, and I gotta get it done. And if I don't do it, I feel like a failure. And I feel that somebody watching this may be feeling like that as well. You take on all of these things, and you, to a point, you like being busy because it gives you something to do. You have a project and you have goals that you're working towards. But if we don't ever stop and just, decompress from it all, it can be a huge weight on you. And so when I read this, it spoke to me, but I hope that it blesses you as well with the fact that it's important that we just allow God to be God, and that we don't try to put too much on ourselves that we can overload ourselves to the point of being burnt out, being run down. That changes your mood, that changes how you interact with people. That makes you, snap a little bit more. If you have children, like I have an 8-year-old, she may do something that could be innocent, but because you are so burnt out and overwhelmed, that one thing may send you overboard, and that's not what it's supposed to be. Life is not supposed to make us feel like that. And so I just want to impart to you, whomever is watching this, that we have to take an assessment of our responsibilities and the demands that we put on ourselves, that we don't become so overburdened that, we begin to despise life and start questioning things and not enjoying the process. The process that we're going through to get to the next level, to achieve our goals. Those are the things that we're supposed to enjoy. We're supposed to enjoy the journey. But if you reach a point where it's like, I don't feel like doing this, I don't want to do this, I don't like it anymore, it feels like a burden, then that's the point where we need to step back and just put it to the side. It's going to be all right, and to take care of ourselves. I always tell people, especially caregivers, if you are someone who is taking care of a loved one, that you can't pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you don't have. And so unless you stop to take care of yourself, then you are going to be burning yourself out, and then in touch not being able to handle what you need to do. So if you just check it in, I just want to read this one more time so you can hear it, hear these words, and allow it to take root into your soul. So it says, "Dear God, give me the wisdom to know what is important in life and the courage to pursue those things. My life is such a blur lately, with overload of obligations, informations, and distractions coming at me to the point where I feel so tired and so worn down. I'm not getting things done and failing to take care of my own health. Help me to slow down and focus and not be afraid to say no." That part. Saying no is a complete sentence. Saying no puts boundaries. If you watched 2 for Tuesday last week, I talked about boundaries. And if you haven't, please go back and watch. Boundaries are important, and saying no is an important factor in setting healthy boundaries around yourself and not letting people do to you what you don't want done. So give you the strength to say no. And then give me the strength to tackle important duties, which then leave room for more fun in my life. Show me, oh God, balance and harmony between what I have to do for others and what I need to do to replenish myself. All right? So just wanted to impart that on you. If you missed it, please make sure that you rewatch this, because balance, taking care of yourself, not pouring from an empty cup, all of those things tend to happen to us when we get burnt out. So switching to our 2 for Tuesday topics, we're going to talk about it is too early to plan for the holidays and faith over fear. So too early to plan for the holidays. I've been wanting to talk about this because I'm in a couple of groups, and it's October, and people are, Halloween is coming up at the end of the month, of course. Then we've got Thanksgiving, and of course we got Christmas. And when you're in your season of grief, it's easy to get ahead of yourself and start to anticipate what's coming. And so the biggest one, we think about Thanksgiving, eating turkey and getting together and watching football. But Christmas is the one that kind of is the most heavy. I know it was the most heavy for me. Christmas is just, it's just joyful, and you gift giving, and you seeing people's faces light up as they open that gift that they were not expecting but really excited to have. And so Christmas is kind of that really tough time when you're grieving, especially if it's your first year. And so I've seen a couple of people post like, I don't know what to think about for the holidays, or I don't know how I'm going to get through. This is going to be my first. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Are you anxious about the holidays too? And while it is important to have those thoughts and to recognize that it's coming, it is so important for you not to get ahead of yourself, okay? I don't want you to think so far ahead into the future that you neglect where you are right now. Because what you're doing is you're robbing yourself of the present because you are overwhelmed with the future. And truth be told, even it says in the Bible that tomorrow is not promised. it's not a guarantee, God forbid, but it's not a guarantee that we will see Christmas. So what good is it for you to worry today, October 13th, about December 25th, and it's, by the Bible's sake, not promised? And so, I'm not obviously wishing that on anybody, so don't take that from what I just said. But I just want you to know that biblically, we're not supposed to worry about the future, because we can't change anything that's going to happen, just like we can't change the past. And so to get ahead of ourselves does nothing but overwhelm ourselves. It creates unnecessary tension and burden for something that is in the future. Let's get through this day. Let's get through this week before we start to think about the holidays. And because I've been seeing it a lot, and I know I understand the anticipation of it, I am thinking about doing a workshop. Thinking about titling it The Holiday Blues, but I'm thinking about doing a workshop about how to get through the holidays, because I understand it's tough. Still, for me, it's tough. I have a daughter who has not been able to experience the Christmas holiday season with her grandparents, and so that's tough. It's a hard balance. So I get it. Please don't think that I don't get it, because I do. But I just don't want you to get too far ahead of yourselves that you forget about what is to come. And so I want to implore you to just stop and pause and take this thing one moment at a time, one day at a time. Christmas is coming, and when the calendar, turns November, we can think about Thanksgiving, and when it turns December, we'll think about Christmas. But for right now in October, I don't want you to think too far ahead, thinking about how am I going to handle Christmas, and we're not even, all the way through October yet. Let's stay focused on the present. Let's stay focused on navigating this day, this week. What other things that you have coming up that we should focus our attention on now, so that way we can be prepared for when that time comes? And so this is why boundaries is important. Don't let other people start throwing those thoughts on you. Have you thought about this? What are you going to do about that? Don't let them dictate your feelings and dictate how you are processing your grief right now. You have to say, whoa, wait a minute, I'm not there yet. Let me not get too far ahead of myself. Let me just focus on where I am right now, so that I can safely get to that point and deal with it when it comes. All right? So that's what I want you to remember about. It's too early to think about the holidays. We're not there yet. And before we go into the second one, I want to share with you really quick that I have opened up my grief recovery program. So this is an intensive 8-week support group where you can work alongside me and to connect with others who are grieving the loss of a loved one. We're going to spend 8 weeks not only talking about why grief is as tough as it is, and why the questions keep coming, and why are you feeling like you can't get over it, the pain that you're feeling, why is it so intense, the shoulda, woulda, couldas, why are all of these thoughts of I wish I would have did something different, or I hope that I wish that I should have done it like this, and maybe my loved one would still be alive. Those feelings of loneliness, the difference between being alone and feeling lonely. And then, of course, what to do with life now that your loved one is gone. How are you going to show up in the world now that they're no longer here? And so we're going to spend 8 weeks diving into all of this together. And the goal is not to get you to overcome the grief or get you to overcome the loss. Because, of course, we've lost our loved one and we miss them. I miss my parents deeply. I miss my grandmother. I miss other family members deeply. So we're not going to get over the loss of them. But what we want to do is navigate and overcome the grief. And the grief is that deep, intense sorrow that you feel once they've passed away. And that, this is it and life is no longer worth fully experiencing because they're not here. So my goal is to help you to get to that other side, that you can go from feeling the pain of the grief today to finding the purpose of it all. So if you are interested in being a part of this group, click the link in my bio, and I will also put my website in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, so you can check this out and see if this is a good fit for you. Not only are we going to dive into those topics, but then you get me as a certified life coach who is going to walk with you through this journey. I will be able to listen to your stories, listen to where you are, and give you some real-time practical strategies and solutions to navigating your everyday challenges of grief. So I would hope that you would check that out. Just let me know if you have any questions. You can shoot me a DM or email me at any point. I am here to serve you. We are going to start next week. So enrollment is only open for a very limited time. It is going to close very soon, because once we are in, I'm going to take those folks and we're going to go 8 weeks straight. So we don't want, you to come in and out. So don't delay. And this actually segues into my number 2 point, which is faith over fear. So sometimes we have to just do it. No matter the fear that we face, we just have to say, you know what? I'm going to do it afraid. I don't know how it's going to work out. I believe that it is going to work out, and therefore I am just going to do it. And so there's a couple of acronyms that I have for you. So when we think about faith, I want you to think of false evidence appearing real. Whatever it is that you are fearful of, whatever that thing is that you are doubting that you can do and overcome, it's false. It's all in our minds. And this is why I always speak about having a mindset shift. We have to turn our thoughts into positive. That even though what I'm seeing right now, what I'm thinking and feeling right now is, what I see with my natural eye, I choose to believe in my mind that it's not what it is. And that's what's having a mindset shift is. And that's what's taking that fear, which is false evidence appearing real, and transforming it into something that we can be faithful over. And so an acronym for faith is forsaking all, I trust him. Forsaking all, I trust him. And so that's what faith is. Faith is the evidence of things hoped for, or faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And so we can't see with our natural eye what the end is going to be. We have no clue how it's going to work out. But our only job is to believe in our hearts that it is going to work out. Let me say that again. It is not our job to know how it is going to work out. It is only our job to believe that it is going to work out. And once we have that belief, that's the stepping stone to getting to where you want to be in whatever realm it is, whether that's through grief, whether that's through life, that's a job, that's whatever it is. It is forsaking all, I trust him. Forsaking everything that I see and that I open my eyes to believe that it might be. I'm going to trust God regardless. And so I say this to you as if you are in your grieving season and you're feeling like the pain is intense and you're not sure how you're going to get over it, but you know that you're ready to make a move. That's taking the faith move over your fears. It's, even though you're not sure how it's going to turn out, even though you're not sure if it's possible, you have this desire and you have this thought that something has to be better. That the pain that you're feeling right now, it's not meant for you to last forever. And that was a shifting and turning point for me in 2017, that I literally had a revelation that I was tired of being depressed. I was tired of being upset. I was tired of the pain and the agony of my mother's angel anniversary just being a day of just blah. I was ready to do something different. And when I had that revelation and I knew that this pain that I was experiencing couldn't have been for just no reason, that's when my healing shift occurred. And so I want you to know that it's not about knowing how it's going to work out. It's believing that it is. It's, the how for this program is not your responsibility. I am giving you the how, and I am going to walk with you through the how. Only thing you have to commit to doing is saying, yes, I'm ready. Yes, it's time. I know that there has to be something better than the pain that I'm feeling. That's your only responsibility, is to say yes. After that, I'm here to guide you through the rest of it. And so taking that faith over fear approach, That's what I want you to think about if you are truly indeed ready to partner with me and for us to walk through this journey to get you to the other side together. All right? So that was my 2 for Tuesday points today. If you missed any portion of it, make sure you go back, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will be up there very shortly. But I want to thank you all for hanging out with me and to get these 2 nuggets. I hope that it has been a blessing to you today. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM at any time, or you can reach out to me via email. And then again, just take a look and see if this 8-week support group is a best fit for you. I want you to know that you are not alone, that you do not have to go through this journey by yourself. There may be people in your lives who empathize, who are there as a support, as a soundboard to let you cry and let you vent. But I need you to understand that in order to get to the other side, to journey all the way through, that you need to have somebody on your team who gets it. And I get it. Being 13 years without my parents, coming to this other side, enjoying a life after loss is possible. And I want you to experience it as well. All right? So until next Tuesday, take care of yourselves. Be gentle with yourselves. And I hope that you have a phenomenal week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.